Welcome to my channel, ketomealsandrecipes.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make my version of a popular Chili's restaurant, Copycat Monterey Chicken. And I'm also going to show you how to make it two different ways. I will start with showing you how to make this recipe as a complete carnivore recipe. And for those of you who need a little bit more variety, I will also show you how to add a few more ingredients to make this into a very high protein keto or ketovore version. Both are absolutely delicious. One of the things that I really like about this Monterey chicken recipe, it's very easy to make and the entire meal takes only 20 minutes. But the best part of all is the flavor and the moistness of the chicken breast. So this is one of those meals you can make even on a very busy weekday. I want to focus this channel on recipes that you, my viewers, are interested in. So please do let me know if you are pure carnivore, ketovore, or if you're focusing mostly on a clean keto lifestyle. And if you have a moment, please do tell me why you're doing the lifestyle you're doing. Since this is considered a main entree, please watch all the way to the end because I will suggest a few keto side dishes that complement the taste and profile of the Monterey chicken. For your information, the macronutrient ratio for this delicious Monterey chicken is 1.1 to 1, with 7.4 grams of total carbs, 0.5 grams of dietary fiber, resulting in 6.6 grams of net carbs per serving, and 74.4 grams of protein, which makes this into a very satisfying and filling meal. Now let's get started. I begin by cooking my bacon till it's lightly brown and moderately crispy. You still want it to be kind of soft because you're putting it on top of the chicken and it will bake a little bit longer. So you don't want it overdone. And to make your bacon, you can either do it on the stove top, of course, or you can use my oven method. When your bacon is done to a light crispy stage, just set it aside. By the way, any video that I mention and the written recipe will all be posted in the description box, so please go down there to check them out. The next step is to butterfly cut the chicken breast, which is very easy to do. Just lay it flat and cut through the center, but not all the way through. You want the thickness of each half to be roughly the same. Then season both sides of the chicken breast with a sprinkle of salt and pepper. Because this will take 2 parts, stovetop and oven, please make sure whatever pan you're using, such as my cast iron skillet, can be both used on stovetop and put in the oven. So place your cast iron skillet or regular skillet over medium heat. Pour in the oil or bacon fat, spread it around to make sure you coated the entire bottom of the pan, and when the fat begins to sizzle and is nice and hot, lay the chicken breast in the skillet and cook the first side about 4 minutes. Then lift the chicken to see if the underside is starting to get golden, at which point you flip to the other side and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. You want the chicken to be nicely cooked but not overly done. And if you have an instant read thermometer, the internal temperature you're looking for is between 165 and 170 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 to 77 degrees Celsius. I really enjoy using my instant read thermometer because it takes all the guesswork out of cooking meat. Now my chicken breasts are done, so I'm going to remove the pan from the stove top. And if you're carnivore, you can omit doing the next step. However, if you're not, I have 3 different barbecue sauces I use, which are all sugar-free. And I use my pastry brush to evenly spread the barbecue sauce on both sides. Today I'm going to be using my Habanero BBQ sauce. You could also use my North African spiced barbecue sauce or my smoky chipotle barbecue sauce. Both are amazing with this recipe. Next, get your prepared bacon strips and place 2 strips of bacon on top of each chicken breast. I'm going to use 2 different cheeses. I begin with the grated cheddar cheese and I place it on top of the bacon and make sure that it's over the entire surface of the chicken breast. Then I'm going to top the cheddar with a layer of Monterey Jack cheese. And I'm using these 2 cheeses because they create a really wonderful combination and add a lot of flavor. And as I said, I'm trying to make this into a copycat recipe, and that's what I gather they use. We're not done yet, so transfer the chicken breast into a preheated oven set to broil. Leave to broil for about 2 to 3 minutes, and that's just enough time to melt the cheese. When you notice that the cheese has melted, remove from the oven, and if you're doing carnivore, you're completely done. However, if you're doing high protein or ketovore, these are ingredients I would add to complete the meal. I begin by garnishing my Monterey chicken with tomatoes. In this case, I prefer to use cherry tomatoes, which I've cut either into halves or quarters. And I also sprinkle a bit of green onion, which I cut up on top. And that's all there is. The Monterey chicken is ready, and all that's left is to serve while it's nice and hot. I have one last question for anyone who's on a carnivore diet. Do you use spices, and if so, which ones? And would you use barbecue sauce to flavor the meat? I'm really interested because I'm still learning about what people's preferences are. Here are a few suggestions of side dishes that we like to serve with it. One of my favorite side dishes or a dessert is my carnivore cheesecake. It's delicious with the Monterey chicken. Or if you would like, you can make my jicama fries. And my sons prefer the avocado spinach strawberry salad with balsamic vinaigrette with their Monterey chicken. I'm not a strict carnivore, but I would like to provide options throughout the videos to make sure that I'm meeting everybody's needs. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video. I greatly appreciate your support and time. Please come back next Thursday morning when I post my next video. Until then, I hope you have a very happy and healthy day. Cheers!